it seems to me to be the most likely framework to get this war over.
Yeah. So my sense of it is that Trump is actually trying to get the peace. Obviously, he's massively biased towards Israel, and this deal is biased towards Israel, but I would take it. Now, I'm not Hamas, so it's easy for me to say I want the hostages home. I've wanted the hostages home from day one. In the deal, the hostages get released. Hamas does not rule Gaza. I'm happy with both of those things. But the critical part, Piers, is Israel has to leave Gaza. So right now, what they're saying is, we're going to get what we want. We're going to get our hostages back, but we're not going to leave. And they claim they are getting a security perimeter, which is just more land. And I told you from day one, this was never about self-defense. This is about land acquisition. They're trying to build greater Israel. So then Netanyahu says yes to the deal because he has no choice because Trump makes him, which I like. Good job by Trump on that. Then he goes home and says in Hebrew, not in English, oh, don't worry. We're going to have the IDF deep inside Gaza. So in other words, we're not going to do the peace deal. We're going to get the hostages back, and we're going to grab as much of Gaza for Israel as we can. So that's the part that I can't stand. If I was Hamas, I'd sign the deal anyway, take Israel's excuse away from them. They've been using the hostages. That's why Netanyahu didn't want the hostages back, because he wanted it as an excuse. But it doesn't really matter, because even if you take that excuse away from him, what he's going to do next is Hamas didn't surrender enough. They didn't turn in enough weapons. I have to murder more Palestinians. I have to ethnically cleanse them more. So when the hostages are returned, Piers, and we come back on here, will you tell all of your Zionist Israeli zealot, yes, okay, you guys betrayed the deal. You were supposed to leave Gaza, and you didn't, so Cenk was right, and all of your critics were right. This was always about stealing Palestinian land. Okay, so that's what's going to happen, I guarantee it. So I just want to set ahead of time so then people don't try to squirm out of it. Oh, no, they turned in 12,000 guns, but we wanted 13,000 guns. We have to keep murdering. We have to keep stealing land, right? So let's get it clear right now. Israel should get the fuck out of Gaza, and they should end the occupation entirely. Otherwise, they're in the land stealing business, which is what they've been in for the last at least 58 years.
Okay, Dinesh, your response to that?
Well, the United States didn't get the F out of Japan after the attack on Pearl Harbor. This was something that the Japanese started, and the United States not only finished it, but after the war, there was denazification, there was a restructuring of Japan. So I'm just saying that when you start a war, it's not going to end your way.
And one more thing about what Dinesh said. So look, these guys always say, oh, well, look, there was World War II and we dropped a nuclear bomb. Like, why? But what we were supposed to learn from history. So yes, the Mongols went into Baghdad and killed 800,000 people, every man, woman, and child about 1,000 years ago. Does that mean we should all do it? No, we're supposed to get better as we go along. And that's why we passed laws after World War II that we should not do indiscriminate mass murder of civilians. And the only country that doesn't agree, Israel. They're like, no, we reserve the right to do mass slaughter of civilians. That's because they're totally outside of the rule of law. They're a pariah terrorist state, and we've got to stop funding them.